I grew up on the set of Married with Children every day after school for 10 years. I studied French, theater, and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit in Argentina. No matter what you look like, you should be taken seriously. Yeah. I wrote a letter to Hillary Clinton, who was our first lady at the time. It's deplorable. Change is difficult for people, and scribbling away to our first lady at the time, Hillary Clinton. What are you doing? You're upsetting a norm that's been comfortable for us. What's next for me career-wise is really exciting because it could be anything. You're part of the family. You have to take into account the cultural context, right? Of course. Give context to see that you don't really want that. Like being biracial, or for me, like having a sense of self that sometimes felt a little displaced.
I wasn't black enough for the black roles, and I wasn't white enough for the white ones, leaving me somewhere in the middle as the ethnic chameleon who couldn't book a job.
She's capable of anything.
A little black dress, but just one sexy little dress that makes you feel really, really good for a night out.
How do you identify with the character Rachel?
You know, she is equally ambitious and opinionated. Of course, Trump is divisive. Think about just female voters alone, right?
I think she's trouble.
I love Amazon so much.
What you're letting yourself in for is
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I tried to warn people.
So nicely said, isn't it?
You've hit on me. We can get out of the way that I'm not interested.
Right, about self-empowerment.
You know, Kate Middleton is my 15th cousin, so that makes Prince Harry's fiance my other cousin. She's also the first American member of the royal family. We finally got somebody on the inside, you guys.
Go and intern at the UN headquarters, and they said, well, I don't think anyone's ever really asked us that. But they were able to get me the clearance, and like women burning their bras.
She adopted a dog because I told her to. I even have a picture of the dog right here. There's the dog.
Added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team.
And wanting to be part of the team of making a TV show. I get called Meg, Nutmeg. Well, I can't remember anything. It's crazy.
This crazy journey together.
But my parents named me Rachel Meghan Markle, and it's just confused every legal document for my entire life. Back and forth. I think it's time for change. And with as misogynistic as Trump is, the glorious adventures of freckle-faced Meg. Yes, it's not the F word. I'm proud to be a woman and a feminist. It's really great to be able to be a feminist and be feminine. Hi, I'm Meghan Markle. And there's a misconception that because I have worked in the entertainment industry, that this would be something I would be familiar with. But because I'm from the States, you don't grow up with the same understanding of the royal family. And so while I now understand very clearly, there's a global interest there.
Making sure that our relationship is always put first.
Right. Not what my whole life for the past 34 years has not been that. Very quickly swept up in a media storm that, as I shared, was not part of my life before that.
I'm Danny. It's so nice to meet you.
I can't sign blank ones.
You were in the pool. We saw you over there.
No, Megan, we saw you. You ordered this. No, it's like, I saw you guys.
You were never originally going to go into acting.
No,
right?
That's right. I was going to do politics. So, out of my career, but into the role. But no.
No, just
I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
She's on to something, this one. I'm Meghan Markle. Oh my gosh, Rachel.
With that in.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, this is the worst interview ever.
It's not, it's great. He gets his act together. I used to teach gift wrapping classes there.
She didn't even let me finish. She said, can I say yes, can I yes? And then there was hugs, and I had the ring in my finger. She goes, oh yes, the ring. to know someone who isn't necessarily within your circle, doesn't know much about me, I don't know much about her. She chooses me, and I choose her.
To simply talk that girls with dreams become women with vision. Who we are as a couple. Even at 11, I wanted to cover all my bases. Positive or negative. Blind date. Kind of feels like the world is my oyster. Then they need to create their own table. But where's the action? Yeah. With the wine, but really has some depth to it. I said to the bartender, it comes from a wine that I had, a change.
It's a new challenge. It's a new
chapter. That we cannot implement change effectively without
being comfortable in front of the cameras.
It was during the LA riots, actually. So
I think she's trouble.
How long do you think she's going to be? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Why do you think she's trouble, Anne?
Background, attitude, I worry.
She's older than him? Yeah. She's been married before?
Yes. I add it all up and I'm uneasy, but there we go.
A long-distance relationship. Went to Catholic school, no less, to grow up. Family. We should protect her privacy and not reveal too much of that.
For food, travel, fashion, and beauty. It covers about everything but fooling around.
It's time to build some wells.
But you also run a website called The Tig.
But Serena and I are friends, so
I know, that's so cool. To me,
biracial elf that sometimes felt a little displaced.
More fitted.
A little more streamlined, right? Let the sleeve do all the talking.
It's really
but still conservative, but has a little nod to it. I love
Guilty as charged.
Of course.
Thinking they know.
You talk about the Millennium Development Goals, right? Number 3 is gender equality. Red or white, a really hot topic right now, right? Talk about a game changer. Feeling certainly disabled to have the same rights. Yes, Saudi Arabia would be a strong one to mention. After we had a good 5-6 months almost with just privacy, which was amazing. You know, trying to have more female leaders. This has to change.
It is true that all of the jewelry every woman should have in her wardrobe. Great pair of black pants.
They like that. Their whole campaign right now for self-esteem is inspiring confidence in young women. Even if I am not exactly able to check one specific box, that I can make my own box, right?
That's one thing you couldn't live without.
My passport. See? Come on, fellas, let's keep it moving.
Just a standard, typical night for us.
It's a cozy night. I was roasting chicken
and
having
trying to roast chicken.
Trying to roast a chicken. So sweet and natural and very romantic. He got on one knee. The filming schedule.
In the middle of nowhere.
It was not the easiest.
Encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense rather than perhaps having a distorted view. I know that I'm in love with this girl and I hope that she's in love with me.
A lot of mistruths.
There's a hell of a lot of stuff and work that needs doing.
Of not just the institution, but also part of the family. It's the monarch, but the love that he has for her as his grandmother.
We've actually done incredibly well to make sure that you've met all the key people.
So do you really have to?
All the key people.
Yeah, but they also had never seen me so happy. It's beautiful. No, it looks beautiful. Okay. It's perfect.
They'd be thick as thieves.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.